Most of the market was positive. Investors rebuy risky assets after the central bank decided to raise interest rates. The U.S. The Dow Jones Industrial Average for the fourth consecutive day. The Nasdaq closed up slightly. Economic data released today are both better and worse than expected. Important topic: Donald Trump is expected to pay a tax bill of $200 billion. Although Steven Manu Shin, Minister of Finance, sent a letter to the Chinese authorities to invite new trade negotiators, and China has already accepted the invitation. Taxes are levied at 10% lower than the initial declaration, stating that 25%. U.S. consumer confidence in September rose to 100.8 from 96.2 in August. Industrial production in August rose 0.4% from an increase of 0.4% in July. Inventories of business sector jumped 0.6% in July, up 0.1% in June. August retail sales rose 0.1%, down from 0.7% in July, slowing from a decline in car and clothing sales. Basic retail, excluding sales of cars, oils, building materials, and foodstuffs, the market edged up 0.1% in August, after rising 0.8% in July. Import price index fell in August 0.6% after a drop of 0.1% in July. August export prices dropped 0.1% after a 0.5% decline in July. Eurozone labor costs in the Eurozone rose 2.2% in the second quarter from 2.1% in the first quarter. China industrial production in August rose 6.1% YoY from 6% in July. Investment in fixed assets in August rose 5.3% from a 5.5% expansion in July. Retail sales in August rose 9% YoY to 3.15 trillion yuan, $144.6 billion, higher than July. Up 8.8%. New home prices in August in four major cities, namely Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen and Guangzhou, rose 0.3% YoY, from 0.2% in July. Russia raised its key policy rate by 0.25% to 7.50% for the first time in 4 years. Central banks continue to consider the need for further rate hikes. It will keep an eye on inflation and economic factors, including external risk. In addition, the central bank will not buy foreign currency until the end of this year to reduce the fluctuation of the ruble. Thai Minister of Finance proposed VAT refund measures to those with low incomes holding state welfare certificates to the cabinet. Approve, waiting for the government to decide. If you agree to support retail stocks. Oil. WTI crude oil futures edged higher on speculation that U.S. sanctions on Iran will result in tight supply, and the market is still watching the impact of the Hurricane Florence on the energy market. Gold. COMEX gold fell on the strength of the U.S. dollar. The gold contract is more expensive for holders of other currencies. Currency dollar index rose 0.43% to close at 94.93, with the U.S. dollar appreciating against major currencies after the United States disclosed some economic data strong, including increased consumer confidence. Russian ruble appreciation after the announcement of interest rate rises. The index touched 67.88 against the dollar from 68.41 earlier. Factors to watch: Consumer Price Index (CPI) of the Eurozone, U.S.-China trade conflict MPC meeting on September 19.